This time, on Highway Thru Hell.
Oh my God.
A wreck on the rocks puts Team Reliable
I really don't like standing here.
up against a wall.
Hold on, hold on.
A blowdown on a bridge
Take it a little bit.
stretches
Here, Craig.
Ken's crew.
Okay.
And all new off-road terrain
Here we go.
tests Jamie.
Oh, no.
Anybody know how the 5 is southbound to Merritt?
Midwinter near Merritt, British Columbia.
Guys, it might be one tonight.
Heavy gusts on the Coquihalla Highway
Holy mackerel, the wind.
have drivers keeping a firm grip on the wheel.
It's pretty windy out here at times. Can get a little hairy.
Reliable towing, you on here?
At the Reliable Towing Yard,
We're just heading up the hill.
the 30-ton wrecker Black Sheep
We're calling for some weather.
and operator James Luke roll out.
We're on patrol, make sure everybody stays on the road tonight.
It's quite windy. I decided to take a little jaunt up the highway to see what's going on.
Just south of town, word of a crash crackles over the radio.
That's not good. I see a set of lights in the distance.
Oh, it's a big wreck.
That don't look normal.
Some guy drove into the rocks.
Oh my God.
A B train hauling 40,000 pounds of lumber is wedged into a rock wall.
His front load hit the cab.
We are first on scene here.
There's a lot of heavy damage. This is quite the mess.
Oh, Lord.
The semi was traveling northbound when it left the road, bounced alongside the wall, leaving a trail of lumber and debris.
Traffic north of Comstock, please slow down.
Out of the truck,
He's okay, he doesn't seem to be hurt.
the driver from Quebec escaped injury,
Dat fait 14 ans que je fais la run.
but his rig is out of commission.
Je vis dans ce truc-là où je suis dedans tout le temps. C'est juste que c'est frustrant.
For James, the job looks overwhelming.
It's definitely not going to be a fun one. Axle's been ripped out. There's lumber on the road. There's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I just passed that wreck. It's not pretty.
On the Highway Thru Hell, closure is not an option. "10 miles south of Merritt, BC,
Some guy drove into the rocks. Ouch.
a massive wreck at the side of the Coke
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Unreal.
is in the hands
We're about 8K up.
of James Luke.
We got a heavy wreck, and it's a bad one.
The 80-foot-long load of lumber
I just got to make some phone calls here, so.
will be a tough job.
It definitely is a serious job. We're going to need some help.
I need you to hurry up and get up here as fast as you can.
But tonight, authorities on scene
Yeah, it happened literally seconds before we got to it.
Okay.
So,
are concerned about a nighttime recovery
Slow down, guys.
on this stretch of the highway.
Anytime we close a lane is a risk The only thing I'm concerned about is our safety.
I'll pylon it all off and then we'll start in the morning.
Okay.
This area is a high crash area. People come in down the hill way too fast.
I gotta watch my ass so I don't get run over.
It's better to do it during the day. At least people can see you.
The recovery will happen tomorrow.
I gotta get it off the road.
But before James calls it a night,
Reliable truck working on some big accident.
he clears all the debris off the highway.
Pick up some lumber, move it out of the way. Make sure it's a clear path for anybody else coming down the road.
And the driver returns to his cab one last time.
Ça, c'est toutes mes patentes de job.
We're gonna be out here for 8 a.m.
Everything safely off the road, James heads home to rest up for a big day.
Tomorrow morning, come back and do what we need to do.
– 100 miles southwest,
He's pulling pretty hard out there.
in the Fraser Valley,
Signs are straight out.
a blustery night has left its mark.
Good debris on the road.
Today, gusts up to 40 miles an hour howl across the region. Out in the chaos
This has been one heck of a storm.
is mission towing boss Ken DePerrin.
Been a wild couple of days here with the weather. Really bad.
The wind is blowing really hard right now.
I can certainly see why everybody slowed down.
It's real havoc, really.
Just before 8 a.m.,
Harrison Bridge has an accident on it.
there's trouble.
It's single lane alternating.
A lost load has backed up traffic on a bridge.
Oh, man. I see this trailer flipped over on its side, blocking the one laying off completely.
High winds
Oh my God.
can catch a trailer like a sail and toss them over.
The wind caused it for sure. It's quite a high cube trailer. And it's wide open on that bridge.
When Ken arrives,
Whoa, it's windy.
another mission towing 1-ton is already on scene.
Ryan, you got any more shackles?
With operators Craig Hookey
Let's do this quick. Here, Craig.
and Ryan Marshall.
It's gonna be a challenge to pull this one over.
Craig, get me the strap.
The 20-foot metal trailer was ripped away from a pickup truck, no longer on scene.
Wow, blowing, eh?
As Ryan looks inside, he discovers
Holy.
a brand new snowmobile.
They vary in prices, a couple thousand to something I can't afford.
Battling powerful winds,
Get it up over.
Ken's crew works fast
Don't get blown off.
to recover the 6,000-pound trailer
Watch the semi.
on the busy, narrow span.
Here comes another big truck. Highway 7 is one of the only two arteries going into the valley.
We're gonna have to get right over to this side over here. Yeah.
With one lane still open and only light trucks to work with, Ken has an idea.
We could go to this railing.
Use the bridge to help leverage the load.
I think that would be better, and it gives us a better angle.
To pull it off,
I think we're just gonna have to shut the bridge down.
the mission crew will have to close the other lane. With straps wrapped around the trailer, one line redirected from the bridge will roll the unit while a second line cradles it for a soft landing.
Okay, stop him.
Closing down the bridge.
Traffic stop here, Highway 7.
Ryan rigs a chain to the railing. And Ken lines up the trucks.
Unusual using the railing, yes.
It's their best shot
Let's get your line onto that.
at a controlled roll.
We're just gonna hook this up and see what we got. Go in there.
But for Ken, it's a gamble.
That railing looks pretty strong. We'll find out.
We got to keep an eye on that. We're not bending anything, or else we'll be buying it.
We want it in here to catch it.
Lines connected.
Just tighten it up. We'll see what we got.
Ryan begins the pull.
I just want to see what strength we got on this rail. Is it tipping? It's tightening up.
The rail is holding.
Watch yourselves on this here. Go.
But the trailer is barely moving.
Just let me pull now.
Ken adds more winch power from the second truck.
It's coming now. Just take it a little bit.
But as the trailer lifts off,
Why is that so tight?
the rigging is under
Oh, Kenny, she's going.
heavy strain.
Watch her.
Your bridge is blocked.
In BC's Fraser Valley,
It's coming now. Take it a little bit.
a bridge recovery
Mission towing's on scene.
is under high winds
Oh, Kenny, she's going.
and heavy tension.
Whoa. She snapped. She snapped.
We get a couple feet off the ground. My strap broke.
I'm kind of worried about that one.
A sharp edge on the metal trailer
That's pretty sharp.
That's like a razor.
Yeah.
acted like a knife.
Strap cut. Really?
Sliding down the road had sharpened the edge of the trailer. These are brand new straps. I just bought them. First job I've used them on.
The wreck
I can't even get under there right now.
is tying up traffic in both directions.
We're gonna have to open this road pretty quick and let these cars by.
So Ken
Just wait, Craig. Don't lower nothing yet.
needs a new plan.
Oh, what a storm.
Any idea how long they're closed?
Highway 7's a very major highway. You got to get it opened up.
Let's go to this axle here then.
Ryan tosses over a new strap,
This is a little stronger strap.
and the mission crew re-rigs to the trailer's axle.
Good, good.
For extra stability,
Right here, be good.
Can you get in there?
Yeah.
Pass me that line.
a second line is added from Ryan's truck.
As it comes down, I want him to use his other line to catch the hitch.
Hey, Craig, take the tension.
Let me just see what we got. Don't pull hard on yours.
There's a lot of pressure on Ken, myself, and Craig right now to get the trailer flipped over.
Let me just see what happens here, Brian.
Ken tries again.
The lifting, Craig?
Yeah, go ahead.
Keeping a close eye on the line connected to the bridge.
How does that rail look?
Looks good so far.
It's coming up. There we go.
Starts coming up, starts getting really tight.
Watch it, watch it, watch it.
But the more the trailer tilts up,
We just gotta hope the wind stops for a second.
the more the wind pushes back.
The winds are so heavy. Could get really dangerous.
Everybody out of the way. That railing don't seem to be that strong.
Just watch yourself. He doesn't break.
If that railing let go, that would be the worst scenario.
Here we go.
– 2 hours northeast, 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 2 hours northeast,
That doesn't look like a very good place to deliver a load.
Daylight reveals the full scale of last night's wreck.
We got lumber on the deck of the trailer, lumber in the ditch, lumber all over.
At least you kept the rubber side down.
When the driver left the road, the loaded B train landed hard in the ditch. Returning to the crash site,
Well, it's definitely not going to be easy.
James Luke has swapped his regular wrecker for a more powerful 50-ton heavy.
Took the black sheep back to the yard, picked up the red Baron. It's got a farther reach.
A million things running through my mind. I know it's going to be a challenge.
Not far behind
See if we can give James a hand getting out of the ditch.
is a second 50-ton wrecker and operator Mitch Carr.
I want to try and make this as quick and simple as possible.
We got to try and get this done quickly, properly, and safely.
Already on scene
Get that one, this one, and that one out of the way.
is crew member Kyle Bryan.
And then those two.
He left the road right in front of a big, massive rock wall.
You can see shrapnel everywhere. We got steps, we got airbag pieces, there's a tire behind that rock.
It's not going to end well for your truck.
High above the wreck, a hazard looms overhead.
We got to watch for any kind of loose rocks.
Yeah.
A sheer cliff towering 100 feet over the recovery site.
You're looking up watching. Is something big going to come down?
Working under the cliff,
That's gonna suck.
the first obstacle is the 40,000 pounds of scattered lumber.
Majority of the load's all over the ditch. So it's gonna be quite a bit of cleanup before we can even start doing the recovery part.
There's a lot of bundles that are still a long ways off that side.
It's going to be a task. Once we get the load out of the way, then we can begin to even think about getting this truck and trailer back onto the road.
Each bundle of lumber weighs over 1,000 pounds. So the reliable crew
Boom up a bit.
is counting on the Red Baron's 3-stage boom.
The boom is able to extend another whole section past what James's truck or even my truck can do.
Okay,
A flat deck arrives
keep coming.
to haul the lumber away.
Okay.
But before lifting the first load,
Okay, I gotta cut it.
Mitch must cut the straps
Everybody watch yourselves.
and free the bundles.
So that works.
Yeah.
We're going to unload these trailers completely
Going up.
so that all we have to worry about is just the trailers and just the tractor.
Okay, good.
Holy cow.
Helping today's cleanup
Oh, that's nice looking wood, man. Whew.
is a new face returning a favor.
Couldn't help it get a truck out.
1 week ago, James brought an impounded pickup truck back to the Merritt yard.
Police pulled his truck off the road saying it's not roadworthy, and, well, we had to tow it, and he's here now.
But for its owner, Ian, the truck was more than transportation.
I live in my truck, so I don't know. I'm at a crossroads.
So company owner Suki Manj agreed to let him stay
We have lots of stuff to do.
till he's back on his feet.
Keep working. Let me know what you need.
You know, in life, you meet all sorts of people and they all have different stories.
Instead of a cold truck, Ian was given a spare room at the yard.
I gotta phone my mom and tell her I got 4 walls and a roof over my head.
He was in a bit of a tough situation, and we were able to help him out. Whew.
Oh man, how did I get so lucky?
Today, Reliable's new laborer is eager to pay the team back
This guy's hired. I like him.
in sweat.
He's proven to be a godsend right now for that extra set of hands.
But as the recovery continues, the high winds
Careful, that bundle's starting to blow apart.
have returned.
Oh, crazy.
And along with it,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
the threat from above.
A couple rocks just came down right where he was standing.
Working underneath this rock wall, high winds are dislodging rocks, and we're getting pelted.
Yeah, let's do this quickly.
At the mercy of the wind,
Can't see anything when it starts blowing all the sand around.
the flying bundles
Gotta be mindful.
are unpredictable.
The last thing we want is to have a good gust swaying that bundle around and it slip out of the strap.
Keep going. I keep getting sand in my eyes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Oh, it's bad. Just backed up right across the bridge.
On BC's Harrison River Bridge,
Here we go.
high winds pack a punch as Ken's crew
Keep it going, okay?
fight to land a flipped trailer.
The wind is really blowing hard right there.
Look at the wind. Look at this thing moving.
It could actually flip over again.
Ryan, yeah, start letting out on your other line.
Yeah, hold on.
Traffic on either side of the bridge is at a standstill.
People got to get places. You want to try to open the road as quick as possible.
Now Ken needs to wait
Don't pull hard, let me do the pulling.
for a break in the wind
Let me tighten that.
to bring down the load and get the bridge open.
Start letting down a little bit.
I have my truck hooked up to the railing. There's a little risk to it.
Let her down. Coming down. Coming down. There she comes.
And the trailer
Beautiful.
makes a soft landing.
Okay, let's break her down quick and we'll get out of the way here.
We laid that down nice and easy.
You get hooked up to it quick, Ryan.
We got her up. Now let's get it off and clear the bridge.
There goes my hat. Somebody grab it.
Got it.
I should have put a toque on today.
We're gonna open up traffic.
A single lane is open
How you doing?
and a patient transfer vehicle passes through.
We're out there to help people and keep the roads going. And that's what we want to see.
Good. Everybody we've held up is on their way now, which is good. He's ready to roll. There he goes.
I'm feeling really good to get off of this bridge. Get away from the wind.
Off the bridge,
Got it? Yeah.
the cargo is inspected,
Yeah, it doesn't even look like it damaged it at all.
and the mission team
Got her done, buddy.
Good job, Craig.
Good job, buddy.
Lots of fun.
moves out.
I really like working with them. Three of us, we become a good team together.
See what else comes our way today.
That guy went right into the rock wall there.
Near Merritt,
Whoa.
high winds
We're fighting the wind a lot right now. The wind is not letting up whatsoever.
are causing trouble
Look at that.
for Team Reliable.
Only seems to be getting worse.
20 tons of wood
Merkley, can you guide that when he pulls ahead? I can sure pretend to.
must be carefully offloaded by Mitch and the crew
Got it? Yep.
before the recovery can begin.
It's fighting us tooth and nail. And we're fighting to keep them within our lane and not go into the live lane.
Watch that bundle. I don't trust it.
By late afternoon,
Merkley is now loaded. He'll be peeling out of here right now.
Mitch is making progress.
I don't want to be doing this while it's dark out. I want to get this done.
But on the notorious stretch of highway known as Radar Flats,
it's a well-known spot that everybody comes into way too fast.
every minute on site puts the crew at risk.
Doing a nighttime recovery, it's a lot more dangerous.
Chasing daylight, Mitch makes the call.
One truck to the front of the tractor, the other one paralleled for the remnants of the trailers.
A new plan to execute the recovery.
Bring the whole thing out one fell swoop.
With part of the load still weighing down the B train.
Our rigging is going to be critical on a lot of this. That's good.
We don't want to fight with extra weight, but we need to get this done.
Even new swamper Ian
I'm kind of curious to see how they get that sucker out of the ditch,
isn't so sure.
because that's a lot of weight.
And underneath the wreck,
They're all twisted.
there's another complication.
Those axles are mangled.
There isn't a single good axle left. Everything is torn open or ripped off.
The ravaged undercarriage of the 80-foot B train
Those axles are going to cause nothing but headaches.
could fight the wreckers all the way. With the 50-ton trucks positioned end-to-end and 4 lines rigged to the wreck, the team will try to drag out the tractor and both trailers at the same time.
Is that good?
Oh, yeah.
To keep traffic flowing, the recovery must be confined to a single lane.
Okay, you're good there.
Good? Ready?
We're gonna try and do this one fell swoop using one lane and keep everything open.
But the move will put the crew in tight quarters.
That should be good.
Good?
Mitch gives the signal,
Okay.
and 100 tons of pulling power goes to work.
And there we go. We got movement.
James keeps a close eye,
Whole red line, Kyle.
and Mitch and Kyle work the controls.
We all gotta look out for each other to get this done and give us room to maneuver that truck to where it's gotta go.
Okay, whoa. Hang on a sec. Mind your back, boys.
As the wreck creeps toward the road, the B train
I really don't like standing here.
is crawling uncomfortably close.
Watch out, line on your head.
Mitch is running out of room to move. He's pulling the truck more and more closer to him.
Boy.
Hey, hey, hey.
Near Merritt, BC,
I really don't like standing here.
Team Reliable is in a tight spot,
Watch out, line on your head.
trying to winch a partly loaded wreck
Hold on, Mitch.
up to the road.
Pull the green.
One wrong move and Mitch can be hurt very bad or even be killed.
With only feet to spare,
Whoa. Okay, hold on.
they pause the recovery so Mitch can slip out of harm's way.
Don't give yourself any room to allow anything bad to happen.
At the front,
Let's get the tractor scoots over some more.
Kyle continues to wrestle the wreck
Good.
and carefully lands it
That's good.
on the edge of the road.
That's good there.
They got the rig out of the hole, boys.
It's out. You did it. These guys are good.
I'm glad that we had the right guys to be able to do our job safely.
But the job isn't over.
These trailers aren't going to be towable ever again.
That's your choice.
The wreck isn't fit for travel.
The trailers are extremely damaged. They cannot be transported behind our wreckers.
Keep going.
The lumber B train must be separated into pieces,
Okay, you're out.
then hauled away.
That's the next big battle, is getting it onto the landau.
By late afternoon, a tilting deck trailer is on site for the last stage of the recovery.
We definitely feel the pressure now. Before nightfall, we gotta get this done.
Easy.
To finish the job,
That's good there.
Mitch has a bold maneuver in mind.
It's kind of an old trick that I actually learned many years ago, running a one-ton.
Using the wrecker's underlift and its winch lines, Mitch will pick the entire back trailer off the ground.
Holy cow.
Pulling like old burnt cars out of the back 40, they'd be up in the middle of nowhere. They have no wheels and they're burnt. How else do you get them out?
The shortcut
Yeehaw.
works like a charm.
A little bit different, but I'm glad I had this little trick up my sleeve.
And the operator who first discovered the wreck 18 hours ago
That'll do her.
can finally call it a day.
Rock and roll.
I can go home. I'm gonna have dinner. I'm gonna have a shower. I'm gonna go to bed.
Mitch will stay behind to tackle the second trailer
We'll do the same thing, and we're out of here.
when the Landau returns.
Easy as pie.
Man, that's a all-day thing to get one of these things out of there.
The last little bit is just clean up.
Get the tractor loaded up.
Working together, the reliable crew are on track
Yeah.
to make their deadline and be off the coke before dark.
We'll be able to make it home for dinner,
Bippity boppity boop. Drive shafts out.
relax, and be able to know that we're safe.
Anyone know how the highway is east of Golden?
250 miles east in the BC interior.
Basically all soft snow.
From his second base in Golden, BC,
Okay, here we go.
Jamie heads out on a call.
If you don't like it, don't go in there, because these roads, they're not plowing them.
And gets some advice about his destination.
There's no cell service, there's nothing back in there, so if you get stuck in there, you're done, eh?
The customer is more than 25 miles into the unknown.
We just got a call for a off-road recovery on a Forest Service road. I'm going way back in the mountains. Will I get there? Will I make it back? I'm a little nervous, but we've got to answer that call no matter what.
As Jamie nears the recovery location,
You don't want to make any mistakes here. Bet you that's like 1,000 feet down right there. So we're gonna slow down a little bit. Oh, I got goosebumps from that. This gets my hairs up in the back of my neck. Going into this, I'm feeling like it's pretty spooky. Yeah, there it is.
Jamie arrives to a truck and its hitch trailer in a tough position.
Some passerby, in a pickup apparently tried to help these guys out. It ended up that the trailer went a little further down and the pickup was stuck.
Well, he spun the trailer all the way around. Rope came off and and she went.
Not a good ending.
That didn't work out.
Jamie will tackle the pickup first.
We're a long ways from anywhere. If something was to happen or something shifts in the wrong way,
Okay, let's go.
wouldn't be good.
That's coming.
Before long,
I got him.
the truck
Looks beautiful.
is on solid ground.
Okay, we should just check the other side to see if it's resting.
But the biggest challenge
How much weight do you think?
will be the trailer.
2 sleds, so we're looking at 1,000 pounds.
Inside, a pair of snowmobiles.
Golden is a snowmobile person's, mecca. Trailer's probably a couple thousand, so probably a 4,000 pound. Okay, here we go. What I'm concerned with is it has some weight and it's on quite a steep angle. Okay. Get out of your way.
Jamie begins his pull.
You see something happening on the other side you don't like?
Okay, I'll give you a yell.
There's no damage to the trailer, so we want to just get this out of here, get going. Take one more little pull. Look okay?
That's looking good.
But as the trailer crests the bank,
Hang on. Oh, no.
near Golden, BC,
Take one more little pull.
a snowmobile trailer on a steep slope hangs on the end of Jamie's wrecker.
Coming up over the edge is always the critical point. Oh, no. It's gonna slide away on us if we don't hold it. I don't want this thing to get away on us.
To help hold on to the trailer,
Let's bring the pickup and I'll put a chain on the axle.
Jamie will put the truck, rescued earlier, to good use.
Well, anytime there's an extra anchor around, we're gonna use it. Okay, hold it right there.
And the customer's vehicle is rigged to the trailer.
Keep going. Good there. Okay, it'll tighten up in a minute. I think we're pretty much on the road.
Yeah.
We've got the job done. This business is all about being quick and thinking on the fly.
Good.
For Jamie,
Thank you very much.
it's all part of a new adventure.
When it comes to Golden and us doing business there, this is fun for me. I'm having fun.
The next day, near Jamie's home base,
Buddy, tell me, looks like going up.
snow is falling fast
It's pretty heavy up there.
on the mountain pass.
Slow down, buddy, slow down.
Halfway between Hope and the Coke Summit,
You'll see a tow truck working on the right.
a red truck is on the scene
Okay, I'm slowing down.
of a vehicle down a steep bank.
I think the truck is actually resting on a tree a little bit there.
The driver escaped unharmed.
She's a tad on the sketchy side.
Now it's up to operator Brian Rash to bring the wreck up to the road.
Got a full-size pickup. It's around 40 feet down over the embankment.
The long distance and 40-degree slope
Just way too much of an incline to attempt it with this little truck.
are a tough match for Brian's deck truck.
If I attempt to pull this thing out, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna pull the flat deck right over the edge.
Yikes.
Dispatched up the mountain
I'm just on the way up to Coke here.
is a 30-ton wrecker and new operator Greg Mulligan.
It's been windy the past few days. There's like this polished ice on the road.
Greg arrives.
He's got a way bigger pulling stick with a Mac.
Iron in there, Mr. Mulligan.
It's about 8 times heavier than what's down over the bank.
But the recovery
Oh man, they're coming around this corner like they're on fire.
is on a fast bend.
People got their foot right into the carburetor trying to make a run up the hill.
Here we go. That's a recipe for a crash.
The kind of corner and the kind of conditions where if you wanted to stop, I don't think you would be able to stop.
Greg and Brian need to hustle
Put my boom out a bit and just pull them up from the front.
to finish the job and get off the highway.
Mountain goat days are gone.
So 61-year-old Brian doesn't think twice and scrambles down to rig.
I don't bend as good as I used to when I was young.
Okay, Greg, drag her away.
Hey.
Greg starts to winch. And the pickup crawls up the bank.
Get her! Almost there. Piece of cake when you got the big unit.
But as it crests the road, the situation
This guy just about back-ended this other guy.
is getting urgent.
It's nerve-wracking.
Jamie's crew need a quick fix.
Might actually say, can I just pull it out?
Yeah.
It's nearly on the road. I have a 30-ton wrecker. I'll just drive forward, pull it straight out.
Okay, buddy.
But the slick shoulder
Easy, girl.
has the Mac in a tail slide.
Hang on.
There's a little ice in there. You gotta watch yourself, eh?
On the coke,
Now, this is not a good place.
a recovery on an icy curve
Easy, girl.
has reached a critical stage.
One eye is always looking over your shoulder, just in case you gotta take a dive.
Racing to get off the highway,
You got a problem.
Brian and Greg are losing traction.
Hang on.
The Mac is slipping down towards the bank.
Hang on a minute. Ain't happening.
Just driving forward, it's not going to happen. The roads are too slippy.
To solve the problem,
So I let it off, and I might say kind of pull forward.
Greg slacks his line
I'm hoping she's just going to sit there.
They just need to reposition the wrecker.
and moves the Mac forward
Now you're thinking.
to make space and improve the angle of the pull.
Good.
Greg takes another attempt.
There we go. Now we're cooking with propane.
And Brian watches his back.
There's what we needed.
Finally, the wreck
I think that's good, Greg.
is on the road. And not a moment too soon.
Operating on the coke is just a dangerous place to be. So, end of every job, I'm just happy to get out of there.
I think it was a good recovery. Thanks for coming.
I'm glad this one's finally on the deck, because the hair is starting to get sore. I'm standing up on the back of my neck.
That's a job well done. Happy to be out of there.
Thank you much. Be safe out there.
Late day in Merritt at the reliable towing yard. A new team member reveals a hidden talent.
Okay, good.
Yesterday, Ian lent a hand on the lumber wreck.
This guy's hired. I like him.
He landed in our lap, and he's proven to be one hell of a laborer, actually.
Today, to thank the crew,
Yeah, that yellow looks good with that burnt background, hey?
he's finishing a handmade token of appreciation.
Our staff, they've provided him meals, a place to stay. It's a heartwarming situation, and I know he appreciates it.
I think you did awesome.
I did okay.
He's become part of the family here.
Welcome to Reliable.
We're a bunch of delinquents. So
It's a lasting reminder of the power of kindness.
actually, that looks really good.
Yeah.
He did a really good job. It looks pretty awesome.
Thanks for doing that for us.
No problem, anytime.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell.
Man, this wind is something else.
Cold contact.
Brutal.
A violent crash.
This is gonna be tough.
Tests Jamie's crew.
You need to get this thing open, man.
A tight squeeze.
Easy.
And tough break.
Oh boy.
For Al and Gord. And things get slippery for a rookie.
I've got nothing.